Oh no, I don't want a green screen. No, I don't want a green screen. There we go. Okay. Hello, everybody. I just came back from my egg venture. If you were on for that, thank you for watching. And I'm home now. We are going to be, of course, what I do at every time at this time, designing shirts to be made. How's your day going so far? Yeah, so we got some eggs. That's great. Time for the next part of my day, making shirts and stuff. How's it going, everybody? Sorry if the angling is weird. I am at my computer right now and trying to find the right design. Tell me something awesome that happened to you today. That's what we want to know. We need more good news in the world. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Someone bought this design. I can't find it at all. But yes, I feel like we need more good news in the day. So, what's something good that happened to you today? That's what I want to know. That's what we all want to know. Or we can try to solve world problems. I think someone was trying to ask me in my earlier stream how would I repair the ozone layer. And I didn't have a good answer, but I felt like I was on the right path. I said that we should get rid of all the grass in front of our lawns and change those to herb gardens so you can grow your own vegetables instead of grass. I mean, it's not that much more work if you really think about it, because you already take care of the grass and you water it and whatnot. So what is the difference? Hello, Ches. How you doing? How are you doing? Where are you from? Ches, cheese? Am I just saying your name wrong? Yeah. So I feel like grass in the front yard needs to be changed to something else. Hello, evil soul. Do you feel like you have an evil soul, or you're just misunderstood? I don't feel like anyone thinks that they're evil. Do you? Right? Do, do you actually feel like you're evil, or I don't feel like anyone thinks they're evil. Do you think like, am I Korean? No, I'm not Korean. And Vietnamese and a little bit of Chinese in there. I heard this thing that said that technically everybody, all Asians are Chinese. I can't find this design at all. Sorry if the angle's weird. Does it look like it's under construction? No, the house came like this. I'm in the garage, and the person that owned this house before me was a contractor, and he did all kinds of stuff all over the house. And I guess they never got around to doing the top of the garage, and I do not want to put the money into fixing it. Because how often are you really looking at the top of your garage to really care? What am I doing right now? I am I'm trying to find this design to cut out. But I can't seem to find it, so I'm going to move on. I'm going to do the other projects first. So come with me. Come with me. I'm gonna walk over. You see what am I doing? Do. All right, I'm gonna put you guys here. Put you guys here. All right, this is usually where I set up anyways. And I gotta attach my chargers. All right. Here we go. So I'm at my heat press area. Move it over a little bit. All right. Yes. And I got a few orders in, so I gotta make those orders, and you guys can watch me make them. Let's see. If two women were okay with sharing you, would you still love them equally? Ooh, that's a question. All right. The good old throuple, huh? I have ideas on that because I feel like over the recent years, right, the throuple is becoming a thing, right? The throuple. Would you be in a throuple? Okay. I have a buddy right now that's currently in a throuple. And I asked them about it, right? Because he was with one partner for a while, and I don't know exact details of their relationship, but they added another person in, right? And he has children with the first one, and the new one is just there, like she just came in, and she has her own children too. So now they're doing this whole thing where they have no, he's got a whole mixed family now, all kinds of children, two women, right? And I was saying, like, if you heard me from before, what I usually say is there's this movement in China where in a way for you to show that you're super wealthy, what shows that you're super wealthy, right? You have a family, that you could support your family and put them through college and get them nice things, right? That's one way to show that you are doing well in life. But you know what will show people that you're doing even better in life? Supporting two families, right? Sending multiple kids to college. And that's one thing that they do now in China, where to kind of show that I am so wealthy that I can support two families. And then there'll be another person, they'll be like, hey, I'm doing better than you. Guess what? I got three families that I can support. I buy houses. Oh, thanks for subscribing. You know, you could buy houses for three different families. I'm not talking about all the families living in one house. I'm talking about they have a house, they have cars, they go to college, they have a house, they have cars, they go to college. Multiple families. That's how you flex. That's the new way that you show that you're super wealthy over there, right? Okay, back to my friend. He's here now. He's here. He's in America, right? He's got a family, and I don't know what happened to their relationship. They bring another person in. So the question is, that was asked earlier is, can you love them equally, right? And I asked him about this, right? Because I'm like, how do you do it? Because doesn't the other one get jealous or whatever, right? And he's basically said it's impossible. Now, where are they? Because there's a honeymoon period, and then there's a part where it starts falling apart. Right now, he's in the falling apart part. Right? See, there's no way for you to love them equally. So right now, his whole family is crumbling. Right? Because there's multiple sets of kids. Right? The original girl has 3 kids with him. The new person has her own children, and they've grown up together now they've been together for at least 5, 6, 7 years. So, and now they want to separate. Like one of the girls doesn't want to do it anymore. She wants to be free. And yeah, so I guess to answer your question, it is impossible to love different women equally. Maybe it's not a you problem, but sometimes it's a girl problem where they're going to be fighting for your time. That's usually what it is. If you want to go back to that in Asia thing, they at least the guy that I know that also does this in China, he every day he or not every day, every week he spends a different day with a different family, and they are all fighting for his attention. It's crazy. So yeah, impossible to love more than one woman equally. And my thoughts on if you are going to find love somewhere else, it's best to end your relationship with your current person and then move on. Because if you're looking, you're moving. Alright, what else? What else do we want to talk about, guys? If you have questions, I will answer. If you have a problem in the world you want to solve, we can solve it. I feel like this is how any world leader, or at least in Donald Trump's case, I feel like this is how he comes up with ideas. Just spitballing. There's no bad ideas. Do I ever mess up in this work? I mess up all the time. All the time I mess up. And I try not to. Because every time you mess up, you lose money. That's literally what it is. So you do your best not to mess up. Try to make as much money as possible. Are you in a married or in a relationship? I am married, and I've been married for 15 years now. 15 years. And I feel like we have met a lot of interesting people along the way. I don't know if I have insight on a lot of stuff, but I feel like I have insight on a few things. And if I don't, I'll just make it up. You know? I feel like I'm a good bullshitter, so we'll keep going. Just keep on going. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I feel like it gets harder as you get older to find a good girl, like a good partner, you know. That's one thing. So, you know, people say you're not racing against the clock, but like at certain points, like as people start pairing up, your options get less and less. So if you're with someone now, you know, like really think about it. If this is the person you want to be with, then be with them. If it's not, then move on. Have you ever been outside the US? I have been to China. I've been to Hong Kong. I've been to Norway. I've been to Thailand. Like a lot of Asian countries I've been to. I haven't visited a lot of European countries. And you know why I'm not interested in visiting the European countries? If you watch like Anthony Bourdain, I remember like him going to the European countries, like the Scandinavian countries, and he always said that their food was terrible. So I'm like, I don't want to go, because if you watch the early episodes of like Anthony Bourdain's No Reservations, when he goes to, if you really listen to what he says when he goes to like those like European countries, he's not a fan. Like I remember like early on he was like, this place is trash. Like I'm trying to remember which, it's a long time ago, but I remember what as a kid watching those episodes and hearing him talk about if you really listen to the way he talked about the food, sometimes he's like, oh, this place is not worth going to. So yeah, I haven't been to a lot of European countries. I want to go to is it Iceland that has the Blue Lagoon? I want to go there. That seems like fun. But what am I doing? How's my day going? If you saw earlier, I went to go get some eggs. at a egg farm. The eggs turned out to be they're organic eggs though. So and it's a local farm, egg farm. They have their own chickens there and everything, and they feed their chickens like flaxseed and whatnot. So the yolk is a little bit different. But the eggs turned out to be 67 cents per egg. So I don't know if that's like expensive where you're at or it's about the same, but that's what the eggs cost at that farm. Thank you, thank you. Um, yeah, that's kind of interesting too. If you want to talk about that, that when you think about minorities, right? When they say minorities, they always talk about like Hispanics, Browns, blacks, and whatnot. But the same reason they leave Asians out of it. So that's an interesting thing. If you want to talk about that, that they usually leave Asians out. Wonder why is that? I have an idea of why, but I'm not sure. I don't want to get too crazy on that right now. It's too early. It's too early for that, especially right now. We're in the trade war. We're in the trade war, guys. Telling you, bunker down. Learn to grow your own food, because it's gonna be a while. Be ready for the trade war. Oh, we be succeeding. I think it's just I just think it's a mindset thing where we're here, we're trying to prove ourselves, because I think I've mentioned this before. You got to use the cards that you're given, right? Everybody has their thing that they're good at. It doesn't matter. I'm not talking about race now. I guess it's just everyone has their thing. It's a matter of you finding your thing at the right time, at the right place, right? And at least in a lot of Asian families, when they first came here, like I'm talking about first generation, when they first came to America, I guess they saw that education was the way, right? And that's what they pushed. And now we're in the third, second generation level. That's just where it went. They pushed education. All right. But Zelensky has no cards, bro. Interesting. All right. You want to go to the Zelensky talk? We can go Zelensky talk. I don't know how you guys felt about that whole exchange, but it was a very very interesting talk. He definitely, I have to say, he definitely has no cards. That is very true. Um, One thing I've mentioned, I was talking about this yesterday, and it's true if you look into it, right? So there is no peace without America. Impossible. And there's no war without America as well. So either way, he's stuck. He needs America. Like, they you go over to Europe, right? And they have all these programs. What am I doing? I am making onesies. Okay, so I'm trying to finish my thoughts on this Zelensky thing because I talked about it yesterday. But if you were here yesterday, you heard it. But I'll rehash it real quick. In a way, Zelensky, me personally, feels like he wants the war to keep going, and deep down, the American military wants the war to keep going because we can sell weapons. That is our jam. There's no way to deny it. Okay, America's number one product that we make in America are guns, weapons, right? And so if there's no war, we cannot sell guns. We cannot sell right? So in a way, we want the war to keep going too. And now recently sorry, I'm moving around a lot. I'm trying to plug in my heat press. My heat press has been giving me a lot of issues lately. Now, and you saw that he went over to Europe, right, to try to get some kind of deal done and whatnot. You gotta bear with me. But you gotta think about it this way, okay? Military spending wise, America is at what's going on here? America is at oh, I think it broke. America is we spend the most, right? Behind us is China. Behind China is Russia. And after that is a huge drop down to the whatever country that makes anything. So if you buy any weapons from, let's say France wants to send weapons or whatever, right? They don't have the factories to do it. They don't have the infrastructure to do it. So you can combine all of Europe's like weapons manufacturing together, and it doesn't even equal to a fraction of what Russia can really do. So you need America no matter what. You know, like so there's no peace without America because if we don't use our factories to make weapons, they can't. It's just not possible. Okay, so that's where he's stuck. And I was watching the Trump's address yesterday, and I was expecting him to announce that they were going to do something with the minerals, but I guess not. What is going on here? Sorry if I'm trying to figure out what is going on here. My heat press just broke, so we'll see. I gotta fix this. Maybe I'll make it better. Whoever made this thing did not design the correct wires. Right. Okay, so but I guess I'll continue to talk about the Zelensky stuff. He has like there's no way for him to get out of this without because you know like at the end of the day everything is done for money, right? he we need to get or some kind of something back. I think that's the main issue because you can't continue to send money over there and not get something back. The only thing they have over there are the minerals. If they didn't have the minerals, nobody would care. Just ask those like some of those other countries that get invaded and stuff, and nobody helps them. Let me see. So this wire goes here. This oh interesting. So these just go together here. Okay, so this was here. This goes here. And this was up here. This goes up here. Okay, so yeah, this was here. These two are together. Okay, sorry. They're dealing with two administrations, opposite philosophies, so they'll never win. That is true. That is very true that it's always two different things and two different philosophies, but at the same time, I feel like in the back rooms, right? In the back room, it's the same. Like it's the same. That's how I feel like. No, my machine broke, so I gotta think about how to fix this thing while I'm talking to you guys. So it's kind of hard. I want to take a eat break. I came up with an idea yesterday. I don't know if it's really feasible, but like, I was saying that the planes and military is taxpayer funded, right? And I was saying that I feel like when they sell, you know how like sometimes we send like planes, we sell planes and stuff to like Israel or other countries. I feel like the American tax payer should get a piece of that. So every time you sell a plane, you get like $2 because those, you know, like the planes are like $600 million. Every time they sell one, the we should all get like $2 because there's about 300 or 400 million Americans, right? Okay, that's one thing that's very interesting, right? Normally, those negotiations would have been done behind cameras. That's never been done before where they have it like that. So that was very weird. If you watch it closely, that interaction, I guess he has a history of not liking JD Vance. And I guess I didn't know that before, but I saw something about that where he's constantly slammed JD Vance before. And maybe that's why JD Vance was extra aggressive because he knows that this guy doesn't like him. All right, sorry, I gotta cut it short. I gotta fix this thing. See, I don't know if you guys can see. Let me turn the camera around. This thing completely broke, so I gotta fix it. So I'll see you guys later.